In quadrilateral BLUE shown below, BE is congruent to UL. So BE is congruent to UL. BLUE is just a quadrilateral. It's not a parallelogram. And let's see what the question is asking for. Which information would be sufficient to prove quadrilateral BLUE is a parallelogram? So because we have one pair of sides congruent, either we establish that the other pair of sides are congruent, okay, that would be sufficient, or if the pair of sides that are congruent that from the given are also parallel, that should also be sufficient, because that is one of the requirements to show that a quadrilateral is a parallelogram. So let's take a look here. It says BL is parallel to EU. BL to parallel to EU. That doesn't necessarily have to be the case, because I can certainly have a shape that is like this, and this is for option 1, where again BE and UL are congruent and BL is parallel to EU, so option 1 doesn't work, right? Let's see if let's talk about option 2. Option 2, EU or LU is parallel to BU. Yes, that would absolutely work, because that is actually one of the conditions to show that a quadrilateral is a parallelogram. That if you have one pair of sides that are both parallel and congruent, then this is going to be a parallelogram. Option 2 would absolutely work. Let's go through, talk about options 3 and 4, why those don't work though, because I think they're a little more interesting here. So option 3, BE is congruent to BL. BE is congruent to BL. So BE is congruent to BL. They don't have to be the case. And again, we can certainly draw a quadrilateral that looks like this, where all 3 of those sides are going to be congruent. In which case, this is yet again an isosceles trapezoid, very similar to the quadrilateral I drew a moment ago, where again, these sides here, let me try to exaggerate this. This was for option 1, right? Why option 1 would not work. So we can have an isosceles trapezoid in option 1, and option 3 is very, very similar. It will turn into an isosceles trapezoid again. LU being congruent to EU. LU congruent to EU. And that is pretty much the same, right? They just have it in reversed. So this is again a isosceles trapezoid kind of situation here. So the only one that works is option 2.